Good morning, students. Today we shall learn about structure of pollen grain and structure of ovule. Let us start. So students, what are pollen grains? Pollen grains are the male reproductive structures of plants. And now, where are they produced? They are produced inside pollen chambers of anthers. So look here, this is an anther. If you take the cross section of an anther, you find certain rooms here. So these 4 rooms are called as pollen chambers. So inside these chambers we find pollen grains. So now students, how does they look like? How a pollen grain look like? So pollen grains, they vary in size and shape depending on the species. Okoka plant species lo, okoka size lo, okoka shape lo undachu. But in most of the species they are spherical and they have a 2-layered wall. Look here, this is a pollen grain, and if you see here, there is a 2-layered wall. So this inner layer is called as intine and the outer thick layer is called exine. So intine is thin and exine is thick. The outer layer exine is not continuous. Here and there are gaps, and these gaps are called as germ pores. Now the pollen grains are unicellular initially, but upon maturation they become tricellular. So స్టార్టింగ్ లో అవి యూనిసెల్యులర్ గా ఉంటాయి, ఒక్క సెల్ తో మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి. బట్ మెచ్యురేషన్ తర్వాత ఫుల్లీ డెవలప్డ్ పోలెన్ గ్రెయిన్ లో 3 cells ఉంటాయి. సో నౌ దిస్ ఇస్ ద ట్రైసెల్యులర్ పోలెన్ గ్రెయిన్. వేర్ ఆర్ ద 3 cells హియర్? సో దీస్ 2 ఆర్ ద 2 cells, the male gametes, they are called as male gametes, and the third cell is this big one. Big cell is holding 2 small cells. Now what is this structure then? This is the nucleus of the big cell. Got it? So ఇది ఈ పెద్ద సెల్ లోపల 2 cells ఉన్నాయి, అండ్ ఈ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఏంటంటే ఈ పెద్ద సెల్ యొక్క న్యూక్లియస్ అన్నమాట. సో దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ as tricellular pollen grain, and this is the fully matured form of pollen grain ready for pollination. Pollination means to be transferred to the female part of the flower. Understood, students? Very simple, right? The structure of pollen grain is very simple. It is usually spherical. It has 2-layered wall. Inner layer is exine, outer layer is inner layer is intine and outer layer is exine. Exine has gaps here and there, and those gaps are called as germ pores. Usually pollen grain in the beginning it is unicellular and later it becomes tricellular. So this finishes the structure of pollen grain. Now let us move to structure of ovule. This is more important for exam when compared to the structure of pollen grain. So let us start. What are ovules, students? I told in my previous video, right? Ovules are future seeds produced inside ovary of the female reproductive part called carpel. So the female reproductive structures of flower are carpels, and inside carpel there is a structure called ovary. This basal part is ovary, and this ovary contains ovules. So these ovules are the future seeds, and this whole structure, this basal structure ovary, is the future fruit, right? So let us see the structure of these ovules. A ovule is an egg-shaped structure. You find one ovule here. So this is the one ovule, and it is like an egg. Students, there may be many ovules in a carpel, or sometimes only one ovule in a carpel. So this is a carpel containing one ovule. So students, the number of ovules depends on plant species. So it is based on the type of plant species, the number of ovules in a carpel differ. Understood? So plant species ni batti oka ovule undachu lekapothe chaala ovules undachu. Number anedi plant species meeda depend ayi untundi. Now if we take one ovule out of carpel, and it looks like this. So it's an egg shaped structure. It has a stalk. See here, this is the stalk through which it is attached to the ovary. So this is the ovary, and this is the stalk with which it is attached. Understood, students? So a ovule contains a stalk through which it is attached to ovary. Now, this ovule contains a tissue inside. This central tissue, this mass of tissue is called as nucellus. So what is this tissue called as? Nucellus. And this tissue is covered by two layers, two wall layers. So see here, this is one layer, another layer. So these two wall layers are called as integuments. So a ovule contains a central mass of tissue called as nucellus, which is covered by two layers, two wall layers called integuments. Now students, during its development, one of the cell of the nucellus becomes enlarged and it becomes a sac-like structure called as embryo sac. See here, this sac is initially not present, only this tissue is present, but later upon development, one of the nucellus cell becomes enlarged and is called as embryo sac. So ఓవ్యూల్ మధ్యలో ఒక స్పెషలైజ్డ్ టిష్యూ ఉంటుంది. ఆ స్పెషలైజ్డ్ టిష్యూని ఏమంటారంటే న్యూసెల్లస్ అంటారు. ఈ టిష్యూ చుట్టూ రెండు వాల్ లేయర్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఇదొకటి ఈ రెండింటిని కలిపి ఇంటెగ్యుమెంట్స్ అంటారు. సో వాల్ లేయర్స్ ఆఫ్ ద టిష్యూ, సెంట్రల్ టిష్యూ ఈస్ ఇంటెగ్యుమెంట్స్ అనమాట. అండ్ ది సెంట్రల్ టిష్యూని న్యూసెల్లస్ అంటారు. ఇలా ఉన్న ఓవ్యూలు డ్యూరింగ్ ఇట్స్ డెవలప్మెంట్ జరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఒకానొక సెల్, న్యూసెల్లస్ లో ఉన్న ఒకానొక సెల్ ఎన్లార్జ్ అయ్యి పెద్ద బ్యాగ్ లాంటి స్ట్రక్చర్ ని ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. దాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే ఎంబ్రియో సాక్ అంటారు. అండర్స్టూడ్? సో an embryo sac is formed by the enlargement of one of the cell of the nucellus. Now, this embryo sac is 7-celled and 8-nucleated in most of the plants. చాలా వరకు plants లో ఈ embryo sac అనేది 7-celled, 8-nucleated గా ఉంటుంది. So now let us locate where are those 7 cells and 8 nuclei in embryo sac. So students, look here. I am showing embryo sac over here. This embryo sac is kept here and is shown. So in this embryo sac you find 3 cells at this pole and 3 cells at this pole. So 6 cells are present. 3 cells at one pole, 3 cells at another pole. This pole which is near to the base, students, this is the base of the ovule and this is the apex region. So this region is apex and this is the base. So the cells which are towards base, the 3 cells which are towards base are called as antipodals. So what are the basal cells called? Antipodals. Now the 3 cells at the apex, the central cell among them is called as egg cell, and the 2 cells which are adjacent to egg cell, ఇటుపక్క ఒకటి ఉంటుంది కదా, those cells are called as synergids. So basal cells ని యాంటీపోడల్స్ అంటారు అండ్ అపికల్ సెల్స్ ని, అపెక్స్ దగ్గర ఉండే సెల్స్ లో ఒకటేమో ఎగ్ సెల్ అండ్ ద 2 other cells which are adjacent to egg cell, they are called as synergids. So we have seen 6 cells now. Now where is the 7th cell? 7th cell is this one. This whole structure is the 7th cell. So the 7th cell is holding 6 cells. This big cell is holding 6 cells inside. Got it, students? So 7 cells are traced out. And what about nuclei? 8 nuclei should be there, right? So these 3 cells have 3 nuclei, these 3 cells have 3 nuclei, 6 nuclei are there. And here the 7th cell is having a double nucleus. So 2 nucleus are present for the 7th cell and they are called as polar nuclei. So what are they called as? What are the central nuclei called? They are called as polar nuclei. So got it right? Embryo sac is 7-celled and 8 nucleated. Of these 7 cells, the most important cell is this one, this egg cell. It is the female gamete of the plants. So female gamete is present in the embryo sac of the ovule and ovules are present inside ovary of the carpel. Understood, students? I hope you understood. And the male gametes, where are they? Where they are inside the pollen grains, and pollen grains are inside pollen chambers. Pollen chambers are inside anther. This is what I wish to share in this video. Thank you, students.